and they are going to come. Challenges will come. A strong mind is one that accepts challenges and faces them head on. So, in fact, I tell people, I was telling people in a retreat that we are doing here in Malindi that one of our biggest problems is that our problems are too small.
Elaborate.
Our problems are too small because you realize someone is worried about how do I look? What did he say about me? What did he do? What did she do? What did she? I mean, that is what I call a small problem. In a generation where we are talking about food crisis, people are dying for lack of food. You're thinking about someone saying something about you, my friend. That's a small problem. We're talking about how can I change this world? And so I realize with some of my clients, when they get bigger problems, the smaller ones actually disappear. Okay, the small problems are like, okay, it's no longer, and it's a human condition because Mary, if I come and, by mistake cut your nail, okay, by mistake cut your nail, you hate me. You're like, how dare you? How could you do that? But if someone else comes and cuts off the finger, you forget me.
Yeah.
The problem is, but someone else comes, cut your hand, you focus on that. The thing is, we are focusing on small problems, like esteem problems, and the moment our problems are bigger, we will forget about those problems. So what do I do with my clients in terms of what I've just described as, small problems, big problems, is I tend to point my clients towards their purpose and make that a new problem. Like your life purpose now, be so focused on that problem, totally sold out, connect that with your highest intention. You're not going to talk about depression. And I realized, by the way, the moment I start giving, the moment I start making a contribution on the planet, my depression disappears.
Yeah.
I'm no longer thinking about me. I'm here as a channel, healing the world. What can I give? Not what can I receive. So and it's a change of mindset, Mary. I'm moving from focusing on me to focusing on, okay, what contribution can I make on the planet? How can I give?
Yeah.
Like right now, we are making a contribution with you, Mary. This is part of healing. Do you know that? When we make a contribution to the world, we also heal. Because again, it's not about perfection. We are here for one another. It's about humanity. And as you give, you are actually healing. And that's why most of us, we talk about more passionately on areas where we need to heal the most. So don't hear me talking so passionately about mindset and think mine is the perfect one. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think and I think I want to now kind of sort of close that loop, right? We've talked about life in zero limits. We've talked about decision. We've talked about how to find help, how to connect that. And right now you've touched a little bit on purpose, right? Because as people heal, as people try to break and step into life with zero limits, it's finding the purpose. Jeff, you'll be so surprised. Even there are people who are 60 and up to all that time, they've never gotten a chance to discover their purpose or understand what it is. So I want to close off by really just stepping in a little bit into purpose, because it ties directly to living life with zero limits and, helping us using those down moments, right? How can we help our listeners step into their purpose? Where does that start from, and how can they connect into that?
Yes. So again, finding your purpose is not something that is outside of you. It's actually within you. And that awareness is crucial for you to know it's not something you are going to look for. It's actually inside of you. But there are processes, techniques, and strategies that help you go within. Because we have not found our purpose because we are stuck in our, mind, which jumps from one thing to another and distracts us so much that our entire life, we never really focus on something that matters. And so we are stuck in our head. And so one thing that a professional will do is just to slow you down a little bit so you can flow with the rhythm of life, because purpose is in the rhythm of life. Purpose is in the rhythm of life. Purpose is in the rhythm of life. But then we are running so fast in our head and under the influence of fear that we are running and overtaking our purpose. When you slow down, and there are techniques and strategies that just help you to slow down and flow with that rhythm, to find your rhythm, find your purpose. What is your highest intention? And it will surprise you that our deepest wounds are actually gateways to our purpose.
Pain, that's a good one.
Yeah, pain actually is not really such a bad thing. Pain comes as an indicator for where you need to go. It's a cry for help. And I've worked with so many people. I'm telling you, countless people that brought their wounds to my sessions, and we realized that is their biggest gift. What you thought was bringing shame and death and all this was actually God's way of telling you, I'm calling you to this specific place. This is your healing. People, look, study anyone in any field. You realize all these healers, they are the most sick people. They have gone through all manner of challenges with their health. All these relationship help and coaches and life workers, they have had the worst of relationships. And so it's to look at your life. Now we go back to awareness and look at your life, and you're going to see that the universe has been whispering to you your direction, your true north. And because it's coming through pain, you don't want to look that place. You don't want to look there because of fear. You don't want, but you turn it around and face it. You find that your pain leads to your highest intention. By the way, do you know that, Mary, there is no pain without a purpose? There's no pain without the other side. I know when we are going through it, Mary, we don't see any purpose. We don't until we heal. But like Steve Jobs said, you will always connect the dots looking backwards. When you look back, you say, Mary, right now, when you look at your life and look back, right now, when you look back, you will see so much sense into why whatever happened had to happen. When I look back at my life, I was sick for 11 years. 11 years, no connection, no relationships. It's just sickness, and you are a child. And I went through, that was, my childhood trauma, is to be, disconnected from society and be unwell for so long. But you see, that in itself, that trauma led me to be someone that hears people to levels that other people will not reach. Because I've had 11 years of silence, of listening, of here. I'm telling you. And so I can go to the depths and layers and really find that place where we need to go. And so what was coming is pain, and something that would have killed me, it becomes a blessing that Mary, there's no school I can learn that. I know I've been to leadership schools, I've done masters in leadership, I've done strategic intervention, highest level. I'm telling you, there's no school on the planet that can teach what I learned through that pain. And we come to that place when we can accept that God is guiding me, and there's nothing that I will ever experience that will ever come my way that doesn't have a purpose. And once I live my life that way, I always welcome, and I always live in a state and mindset of gratitude. Everything I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this. Thank you for this. How can I help you? Thank you for this. Thank you. I'm not living in resistance. Because when you live in the perspective of I don't want pain, then you resist life, and you sort of just get closed down. And I was telling people, life moves on without you. That moment you close the door, life just keeps on moving on. And it doesn't wait for our procrastination. It doesn't wait for our excuses. And so the thing is, just getting to that place of gratitude. I am so happy and grateful, finding good in everything, including pain, delays, denials, rejection, disappointments. Can you find good in everything? Lord, give me the wisdom to find good in everything, and the healing to actually see. I think it's the serenity prayer. There's a prayer called the serenity prayer. Lord, give me the serenity and the wisdom, to find, I may not have the right words, what I can change and what I cannot change. And that heart of gratitude to know the difference.